Good boy. Hi everyone, I'm George, this is Tommy. This is my Betta cube, and this video is all about a big update on here. It's looking really great, so I just thought I'd let you know all about the techniques we're using, the equipment, the plants, and then we'll end up with some nice cinematic view at the end. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please hit the like button. Leave a comment, what should we call him? What should we call a Betta? Still haven't decided on a name. And subscribe if you haven't already. You take care. Keep on scaping. Cheerio! The tank itself is an Aquascape 300 cube by Evolution Aqua. Unfortunately these are now discontinued, but you still might be able to find some left over in some stores. Retails £59. It's super low iron glass, which makes it really transparent and perfect for aquascaping. The filter is a upturned Eheim surface skimmer with the skimming portion removed, and then just the sponge allows as a mechanical filter. Now interestingly, I'm not relying on this for biological filtration, it's more for mechanical filtration, so the water still remains crystal clear, but the water purification in terms of nitrogenous waste, ammonia, nitrite, etc. is all dealt with by the plants and large frequent water changes. So I'm doing 2 50% water changes a week on here, and that just encourages really healthy plant growth, great water quality for the Betta to enjoy. The heater there you can see is a JBL ProTemp 50 watts, so this is ample to keep the water at the correct temperature. I keep it at 26 degrees Celsius or around 80 Fahrenheit, which I understand is optimum temperature for Bettas. Lighting is provided by the Twin Star 300E LED, which is more than ample for this aquarium. It's 17 watts, which would be regarded as high light. But I am using floating plants, which we'll talk about later, which is providing a fair amount of shade and therefore helping to prevent excess algae build-up, especially on the rock. But a great light unit, great for colour rendition as you can see, and obviously great for plant growth. Substrate is a plain inert quartz fine gravel, grain size is about 1 millimetre, and that's on top of Tropica plant substrate, which is a nutrient-rich base layer. And again, as you can see, great for plant growth. You can see those roots penetrating through, super healthy with the Eleocharis sicularis mini there. CO2 is provided by the Tropica CO2 Nano system, which comprises of a 95 gram disposable bottle, regulator, CO2 tubing. It comes with a 3-in-1 diffuser, but I've upgraded to the Aquarium Neo diffuser there, which is an amazing in-tank diffuser, the best I've used so far in my time in the hobby. For plants, I've got in the foreground there the Eleocharis sicularis mini. All the plants in here Tropica 1-2 grow. And this is a medium category plant, so it will benefit definitely from CO2 injection, as will all plants. But after a few weeks it should, like you can see, form a solid carpet which looks beautiful, like a grass lawn. Behind the Eleocharis we've got some beautiful Staurogini repens. This is actually easy category, and a real nice, sort of forms nice dense compact bushes, a nice green colour, and because it's easy it can be grown without CO2 injection. Moving over to the left now, you can see there, this is a new stem plant I've just planted a couple of days ago. This is a Rotala bonsai, hasn't quite grown to its full potential yet, but you can see the potential there in those tips. It has a nice sort of reddy green colour as it grows. In the background there we have Cryptocorini crispitula. Again, this is all the Tropica 1-2 grow range. So as you can see, in a matter of 4 or 5 weeks, it's grown considerably, considering it was probably 2 centimetres tall back then. Now this is probably regarded as too large a plant for this aquarium, but you can just trim the longest leaves, that will promote new growth, and if you could just keep pinching the leaves back right at the roots with your fingers, trim back the longest leaves, and then you just can keep it in check quite easily. Oh, you can see the Betta there showing off for us. Beautiful. What should we call him, guys? Let me know. I'm thinking of Kevin, maybe Jeff. Stunning coloration. Got them from Maidenhead Aquatics at Wilton. I did a workshop there, Aquascape to EA Freshwater 900, which is I think a 60 or 70 gallon tall aquarium, and I couldn't help. I did definitely want to get a Betta, and I was just waiting for the right one, and this one caught my eye. I like the short finned variety. I find they can tolerate a little bit more circulation, which I do like in my aquariums. Back left of the aquarium we've got the Halanthium tantalum, which is growing really rampantly. It is a fast grower and it will kind of take over your aquarium if you're not careful, so it will need keeping in check. Here you can see the runners of the Halanthium growing along horizontally, popping up new shoots, and this gives this real dense kind of carpeting effect after a while. If you follow those runners to the right, you can see in a moment, where are we? And keep going, there we go. Keep going to the right now, you can see the growth tip there. There we are. And then literally in a day or so, this portion here, this is going to sprout new leaves, and then it will grow another runner and then sprout new leaves, and eventually it will encroach into the area, the Eleocharis, which it's why it needs kind of keeping in check, otherwise it will take over the whole tank. Last but not least, we have our floating plant, which is the Tropico 1-2 Grow Salvinia auriculata, and I really like this. I prefer the smaller leaf shape for nano aquariums, and the roots don't dangle down as much as the Limnobium laevigatum or the Amazon frog bit that I use regularly as well. And I really like to use floating plants if I can. Bettas really like it. They provide shelter and security, optimum water quality because of their locality to the light. They're growing super quickly. They have unlimited access to CO2 in the air as well. So they just grow super fast. They take in loads of nutrients from the water column, provide shade to the plants below, so help prevent algae. And they're just a really healthy part of an aquarium ecosystem. It does need thinning out occasionally, so I'll remove a handful perhaps every week. And when you are removing and disposing of floating plants in particular, it's really important to dispose of them in an appropriate manner. But certainly don't flush them down the toilet or put them anywhere near local waterways.